Okay, next one. Not everybody can be a content creator. Lock in here, chat.
For whatever reason, nowadays, everybody thinks that they can be a content creator. They think for whatever reason, people want to watch them, that they can blow up, that they can live a successful and comfortable life off of content creators. Which, to an extent, yeah, they right. Technically, anyone can be a content creator. Anyone can.
Yeah, I would say anybody could do it. I don't know if everybody wants to do it. Like, who here wants to be a content creator or would want to be a content creator if the option was in front of them? I would say maybe like half of the people here, before you guys say yes or no, I would say like maybe half of the people would say yes. But, I mean, it's also just you have to know. I think people would just say yes because they're like, oh, that would be cool. But it's like, you also have to just know what you're going to do in the terms of like how you would appeal to people. I think many people say they want to be Twitch streamers, but then when you actually tune into their streams, they're just...
Even death trembles in my presence.
Yeah. But that's gameplay? Bro, but that's gameplay, but, like, you're not providing anything else. It's just watching somebody play a game. Like, that's not content creation. That's just... That'd be like... That's like when people diss XQC for just watching a video, not saying anything. Like, some people say I'm a dickhead because I do reactions, but at least I'm sitting here and I'm yapping nonstop about a... This 8-minute video will take us 30 minutes to get through. Because I'm going to interrupt all the time and I'm adding stuff. But it's like... If you want to be a content creator, you have to know. The only thing I could say is, like, everybody can be a content creator, but there's a difference between saying, hey, I'm going to be a content creator and actually making content versus just streaming what you're already doing. Being a content creator or being a Twitch streamer isn't just going live and streaming you playing video games with your friends. It's making content. People don't usually know the difference between that line in the sense that, like, when I'm playing Lethal Company with my friends on stream, like my streamer friends, we're making content, we're trying to be entertaining. If I'm playing video games with my friends off stream, I'm dead fucking silent. I might be having a conversation with them, but it's not worthy of entertainment, right? Like, there's a difference between, like, content creation gaming, content creation streaming versus just I'm playing a video game with my friends. And I think people don't see that difference. Because a lot of small streamers that I see are just playing video games with their friends. They're not interacting with the chat. If they have a chat, that's another problem with people being small streamers, is the sense that you need a chat to be entertaining sometimes. And if you don't have a chat, then it's harder to be entertaining. But also in the sense that just, like, it's like they're not even live. Like, they're not even trying to, like, interact with the 10, 20 viewers that they have. They're just fucking sitting there playing a game. Like, if you want to be an interactive streamer, you want to be somebody that's going to be big, you have to be able to fucking talk to your chat. Just on the Twitch realm. On TikTok and YouTube, that's all different. Most people are actually just making content.
Do this. Just not everyone. Like, I feel like people need to understand everyone can do this shit. This shit takes a lot more effort than it looks, bruh. For one, you gotta be consistent on this shit. Be entertaining every single time you see a camera. Work ungodly hours just to get a simple video out.
I don't know about ungodly hours. I think ungodly hours if you edit your own videos, which you have to do at the start. But as you grow, you can offload that work. Like, I offload that work to my editors.
Always gotta be coming up with new ideas for content. And even if you do everything that I just listed, there's still a high chance that you'll never blow up. A lot of y'all don't know this, but it took me 3 years to blow up. I have a whole other channel that I was making content on for a year straight, ain't no exposure. And because for some reason everybody can just blow up on TikTok, people think that they can just make content and do this shit successfully with little to no effort.
Because TikTok, you can do little to no effort, and then I think people realize TikTok is a hell of a lot easier than any other platform. A hell of a lot easier. Like, I know some people might find this boring that I'm talking about this, but I don't give a fuck because I find it interesting just, like, analytically to, like, speak about this. But the amount of failures that happen from TikToker transitioning to other platforms is insane. Like, if 100 TikTokers try to switch to YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever fucking route they go down, 99 of them will fail. Because on TikTok, you can make your fifth at wants to go on a date with you. Your seventh at is currently thinking about you. Tag your seventh at because they kiss men. And you'll get 600,000 views and 400,000 fucking comments because people are going to tag their fucking 7th app because they're curious. I spit all over my mic. Ew. But actually trying to transition short form media in like ripped ideas, because the majority of TikToks are also just reformatted fucking videos that other people made. Like if you ever look at a popular audio on TikTok, half of the, like anybody remember the audio that I had where it was like, use your brain, use your brain. A lot of people use that, and a lot of people had like their own creative text. But like 7 videos blew up with the same caption. And somebody just sitting there going, and 6 out of the 7 people ripped it off the other person. Whereas only one of those 7 people that got 500,000 views actually came up with the idea. That guy is going to be big. The guy that came up with the idea, he's the one that's going to actually have success transferring platforms and possibly being a TikToker in general. But the people that just rip ideas, no. A lot of people say I rip shit, but I would say I react to shit. I mean, that's also just your own fucking take. I am a reactor. I do much less lower effort content than other creators. And I give credit to the creators that can just straight up create from nothing. But what I'll say is, like, TikTok is definitely easier to blow up. I think everyone can blow up on TikTok. I don't think everyone can blow up on YouTube because it's more effort. TikTok, you can crank out a video in 2 minutes. I sit down and make videos for 4 hours, for 5 hours, for a fucking whole week. But Twitch, I have to stream for 4 days for an individual day. Or not 4 days, for 4 or 5 hours for an individual day. Ace for the sub.
This is not true. You really want this shit, you actually have to be entertaining. And that has been a big problem recently. Let me explain. Alright, so recently we've had a lot of interesting content creators blow up. People like iShowSpeed, Fousey having a second blow up, White Boy M, hell, OneCloud9, and a whole bunch of other YouTubers that probably aren't listed on the screen, but I'm still gonna do this.
Sneeko, Ryan Trahan, Aiden Ross, Sambucha.
Like they are listed on the screen. Editor, don't leave me lacking. And as these new content creators are starting to blow up, there has been a lot of new, well, let's just say interesting content that's blown up too. But I think a big problem with all these new content creators starting to blow up is that a lot of these content creators are blown up off of just plain stupid shit. Like the amount of people that I've seen doing stupid shit just to blow up is insane to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like you got people over here spazzing out on camera, acting like they're a special needs kid. Hell, pretending to be AI robots just for some goddamn donations, bro. Like, do y'all people have no goddamn shame, bro? Like, there just has been a wave of new shady ass content that's just been surfacing on the internet, bro. And it's just flat out crazy how this shit is just blowing up. And let's not all be dumb here. We all know the real reason why a lot of this content is happening. It all started with one person, Speed. And honestly, in my opinion, Speed has
I don't know if Speed started the I'm gonna be a dumbass purposely for content era. I would say Aiden did that before Speed. Like, just being dumb on purpose. And, like, act like when Speed lit a firework off in his house, he knew, that's just an example, he knew that that was gonna go terribly wrong. But he lights it off, acts like, hey, I don't know what's gonna happen, and then freaks out when something dumb happens, right? Somebody said Flight. I don't think Flight is dumb. I think Flight's just a stoner. I think you're miscategorizing Flight. I think Flight reacts to shit and is just very high all the time. I don't think he does dumb shit and gets views for it.
Changed the internet forever. Let me explain. Now, first, before I really dive into this shit, by no means am I trying to throw hate at Speed. He's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, black content creator out right now, while only being 18. Truly insane, in my opinion. I feel like he should get all the props he deserves. But at the same time, Speed unintentionally ruined content creation forever, bruh. Like, there has just been a new wave of content creators just acting like they're sped just to get 15 minutes of fame and then fall off. Is just crazy. Like, y'all do realize there's only one Speed, right? Like, just because you jump up and
now, y'all remember White Boy M, though? Dude, he makes, like, dating content now. He blew up from copying Speed, and now he makes, like, telling my best friend I want to take the next step, gone right.
Down and show your dick on stream doesn't mean you're gonna get the same amount of clout that Speed does, bruh. People need to understand that Speed is literally a once in a generation.
Well, I think Speed accidentally showing his dick on stream was genuinely an accident. I think that's different from the fireworks scenario. I think he did not mean to show his penis on stream. I think that was a very unfortunate set of events that occurred and resulted in that.
Like, have you ever heard of content creators talking about how you gotta work hard, you gotta grind, and then after that, a little bit of luck to even get just a little bit of internet fame? And if you don't do any of that, there's only like a 0.0001% chance of you ever blowing up. Yeah, Speed is that 0.0001%, bro. I'm just being real. The way he blew up and how fast he blew up is something that simply will just never be done again. That was a once-in-a-lifetime scenario, and it happened.
I would say that's the same with Queso. I think Queso is a very good content creator, but I think that the odds that will ever happen again in the level of growth that he had is extremely unlikely. He went from, we looked at that yesterday, he went from 100 viewers last year to 60,000 average viewers now. Like, that doesn't happen, like, ever. Even with Jinxie, he had a smaller term of growth. Dude, Jinxie had like 1,000 viewers for like a year and a half. Queso went from literally no one knowing Tim to being one of the biggest content creators in 1 year. 5-star for the sub, great for the fucking 15 person raid. Thank you for the raid. I will also say I don't want to say I feel bad for Queso because he's making millions of dollars now, but you know how stressful that probably is? From going from 100 viewers to 60,000 in a year. I'm also going to say I never want to be that big. I love being a 4K, a 2 to a 5K Andy. I love being a 2 to a 5K Andy because I can talk to you guys. I can fucking interact with my chat. It's not just brain rot spam, right? Like I have a chat. I sometimes will even recognize users' names. It'll be like an interactive thing. I can do custom games, right? Like I still have like there's a lot of you guys, but it's still niche enough to where I have a community versus a fucking army of people that is just so overwhelming. Like, it's unbearable.
Not gonna happen again, like, ever. So you acting like a kid, shaking your ass on stream, barking and shit, is absolutely gonna do nothing for you, bruh. Not finna blow up, not finna get all the clout and fame, and the most you'll probably get is extreme embarrassment. Laughed at by all your...
Somebody just said, I genuinely wish you averaged 1K less viewers. Not in a mean way, but like Zeusy, he reads like all of my chats.
Peers and family, a big ass digital footprint of you acting sped, and people in your comments calling you a speed clone. You want proof? Ask White Boy M and the thousands of other speed clones there are on the internet. I don't think people really understand that you can't get somebody and didn't expect to blow up. Wanna know why? Because there's only one of that person. Now, you can copy someone's video idea, and you also can copy and follow trends. A prime example of doing that is me. A lot of my biggest videos I got from other people. Like, for instance, one of my biggest videos, I literally got that from YXL Salah. But you know what's crazy? Salah got it from someone else too, which is this video. My point in showing all of this is that no idea on the internet is ever original. There's always gonna be someone who does it before. And in my opinion, there isn't nothing.
Yeah, there's always, really, there is almost never an original idea. Whatever idea you do on stream or in general is just a transformed idea that you got from someone else and changed to where it's not really discernible. Like they're indiscernible in the sense that, or not indiscernible. They are discernible in the sense that they're different enough, but that you could see the slight connection. But 5 rips down the line, they're just 2 separate ideas. But they all claim to be original, but in reality, they've grabbed information or motivation from somebody else.
Wrong with taking people's ideas and making it to your own. And specifically in Speed's case, I'm just gonna be very real on this platform. Not everybody can act sped, bro. He's done it, he's done it to perfection. But acting sped doesn't work for everybody. But for some reason, a lot of these content creators are trying this shit, and it's either failing for them or potentially working for them. But when it does work, it always has consequences. Prime example, FouseyTube. He's the newest content creator who's tried...
Bro, I don't think FouseyTube is trying to act crazy. I think FouseyTube genuinely has major issues. Like, I think his personality has fractured into pieces because of social media and maybe previous issues that he's had and just him as an individual, to where, like, social media has fueled his insanity to where he will be very narcissistic, dickheadish, and emotional at times, and that's only made it worse.
Had this little approach. He's been taking drugs acting completely crazy and sped, doing insane things in public, all for the name of content. And honestly, this shit's been working crazily well. I mean, he's been the hot topic of the internet for about a month now. Everywhere you go, you hear about Fousey doing this or doing that, or just flat out doing some dumb shit. I mean, Fousey's just taking over the internet right now. It's honestly kind of inspiring how he's doing that shit. The only problem is he's losing his mind doing it. I mean, this man has had episode after episode of him just completely breaking down on camera, going flat out insane, and he even got arrested times. On a live stream a couple weeks back, FouseyTube was having a little mental breakdown. He called the cops because his fans were swatting him. So the cops came, seeing what was going on, arrested him, and took him to a mental hospital. And when this happened, of course,
he got sent to a mental hospital?
The internet had a field day. They were making memes, laughing, creating content off of this situation. But through that whole time, I couldn't help but think, honestly, was this shit worth it? It's blowing up off of content creation, gaining generational wealth, becoming the biggest content creator in the world for a period of time. Worth losing your mental health over? Because honestly, you can just see it in his face, like, he's not mentally right. Because
you think having a face cam increases your viewership? Yes. I think that's a fact for any channel ever. I think having a face cam gets more viewers. If I did this and I just reacted to videos never showing my face cam whatsoever, like, people would not want to see my reactions.
I think people understand content creation does take a toll on you. Like, as a content creator, you have to have energy whenever you have a camera.
Your Rage did it for a while. I mean, there's a lot of streamers that can do it and pull it off, but it's very few. Connor Eats Pants, H2O Delirious. Like, there's a lot of people that don't have a face cam and do very well. But I would say in, like, 2024, I would say, like, I'm just guessing here, 80% of big streamers have face cams.
Your face. You gotta be entertaining, cracking jokes. You gotta keep people's attention so they continue to watch.
Dream for a while. Well, yeah, Dream before his face reveal. But that's also in the Minecrafter realm, and I think Minecraft YouTubers have a very high rate of no face cam than face cam. Am I wrong? Like, is there any other game that has very few face cam YouTubers? League of Legends, maybe? No. Because League still has a lot. Like, the biggest people have face cams. 2K? No. I think there's, like, very few creators, or very few games like Minecraft where there's, like, a majority of the people don't have face cams. Genshin? Oh, Genshin Impact? Yeah, maybe. I don't watch Genshin, though. VTubers? Well, that's still kind of a face cam. VTuber is basically a face cam.
Watch you. Now, that might not sound like it's a lot of pressure.
Like, you have a face cam. It's just not you. Roblox? Bro, what fucking Roblox streamers are you guys watching? Y'all saying Roblox like you fucking averagely watch fucking Roblox streamers.
But if you have to do this 24/7, non-stop, for weeks at a time, it will take a toll on you. And honestly, truthfully, I think we can all see the damage that it done to him. So even in his case, where he got what he wanted, the fame, the clout, the money, all of the attention you can ask for, when Fousey looks back on this years later, do you think he'll think it's worth it? The money is nice, and he is gaining generational wealth, but like, you will get used to the lifestyle, and eventually money won't be the most important thing to you. But when you look back at what you did for that money, you think that shit's gonna be worth it? And some people might say yes. I mean, like, who really cares what people think about you, right? What happens when your kids see it? Your grandkids see this? See you geeked out on drugs just to get a bag. Well, you think it's worth it then? But all of this leads into my main point. Not everybody can be a content creator. And if you got to resort to doing stupid stuff like this just to get famous, maybe you shouldn't be a content creator. Bring back talent. Bring back hard work. Bring back pride. Because a lot of y'all would rather sacrifice y'all pride and y'all image just so you don't gotta work.
I think a prime example of an amazing content creator is Jack Pembroke. And I know I dick ride the shit out of him, but I've never seen a bad Jack Pembroke video. And he only has 17 videos, but he's a new content creator. And he, like, makes, like, what you would ideally say as, like, good content. Like, any video he makes is good. Like, it's well thought out ideas. It's not toxic. He's doing something that's like a fun idea of like, oh, what would it be like to be on Pawn Stars or something like that? And then he just fucking runs with that, you know? Like, it works great.
Card or be talented. A lot of y'all not gonna like this video. I'm already knowing, bro.
Does OnlyFans count as content creation? No. I would say OnlyFans counts as porn, not content creation. I mean, yeah, you're creating content that's being consumed, but it's a different type of content. Like, when somebody says content creation, OnlyFans is never thrown into the loop. It's YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, fucking Twitter, Facebook. Like, that's like content. Like, nobody's like if you ask what people would presume OnlyFans is, like, they're gonna say it's corn.
Honestly, don't care. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sometimes money isn't the most important thing.
I'm not dissing OnlyFans creators, dude. That's like I'm just saying it's a different realm of creation. I wouldn't say it's content creation.
And that's coming from someone who's doing this partially because of money. So, right. For my last words, for any new content creators that are trying to come up.
Well, I think every content creator is at least partially in it for the money. I think some people are in it fully for the money. I think some are in it for the money and like liking it. Like I always say, when I started out on social media, I was in it for the views and the money. I always say I was a narcissist then, and I was fucking full of myself. But I mean, like, now I would say it's a mixture. I mean, this is my job, but I also just love entertaining people. Being able to fucking change people's lives for the better, help people. Like, a lot of people come into my chat, say they were suicidal. My videos help them. Or, like, just dealing with shit, and I'm just a way for people to relax and stuff. Like, that's great. And that really... I'm not saying that individually changed me. It was a bunch of things in my life, changing majors, getting a girlfriend, all this other shit. But I mean, like, really, and it was like a slow process too, but it's also just, no, any YouTuber that says they're not in it at all for the money is a liar, in my opinion. I think there are YouTubers that are very minimally in it for the money, but at the end of the day, somebody that is a full-time YouTuber, it's their job, that's how they're making money. I think there may be, like, a few people that aren't in it for money at all, but I would already say they're probably really rich. Like, I can't really think... the only YouTuber I can really think of that might be in it straight up just because they enjoy it is Moist Critical. Because I'm pretty sure he used to donate, like, almost all of his earnings, and he just enjoys making content. Mr. Beast does charity and charitable things, but I would... Don't think that when Mr. Beast is done YouTube, he will not be a millionaire. Like, he's still worth $100 million, right? Like, it's not Mr. Beast doesn't make a penny. Like, no, he still makes money. PewDiePie? No. Markiplier? No. Because you got to think, would the content creators still make content if they made $0? And for 99% of influencers, that's a no. Like, if I made no money on social media, I'd stream on weekends. If I'm being entirely transparent, I would make TikTok. I would make a TikTok a day, and I would still do content, but not as much. I would stream reacts and horror games and a variety game time to time because I would like it, right? But I wouldn't do it every day. I still love doing it every day, but it's in the sense that it's like an hourly job versus doing it whenever the fuck I want.
Blow up, right?
Corey Kenshin's different, but I think Corey Kenshin's also set. I think Corey Kenshin can do it just for the content because Corey already had a long YouTube career where he set himself up. Gideon's also went out in the route of like, hey, I made a lot of money in this content. Now I'm kind of changing towards Christ. I think that's religious content, which is also different.
Right now is the perfect time, but if you're gonna blow up, be different. And please just be real. You don't gotta do all that crazy shit just to blow up. You can blow up by just being you, but just be entertaining. You can ask anybody I know in real life. I'm the exact way in real life that I am
This motherfucker said Jake Paul.
on here. I don't switch up for the camera, and I never will. And besides that, that's pretty much it. I know the drill. Follow all the socials, the live channel, and the Discord is in the link in my description. Go cop the merch, off-brand. The sale is over, but the merch isn't expensive, so go ahead and cop it.
Fucking W video. First video I've ever seen of this guy, by the way.